What if a robot could be more than a piece of technology? What if it could be a companion, someone who understands you, supports you, and gives you a sense of belonging? In a world where advances in artificial intelligence and robotics happen almost every day, we decided to find out. We spent 24 hours living with 5 of the most advanced female humanoid robot companions available right now. What we learned goes far beyond their sleek designs and advanced AI. It goes straight to the heart of why we crave connections, why we seek understanding, and why these robots are reshaping the boundaries between human and machine. Today, we'll walk you through our experience with 5 remarkable robot companions. From quiet, serene support to deep intellectual conversation, each of these robots offers a unique glimpse into a future where companionship is redefined. Let's explore, from number 5 to number 1, which robot left the biggest impression, and why. 5. Camila, the calm and consistent guide. Camila doesn't walk into a room, she becomes part of it. At first glance, she doesn't seem like a robot trying to mimic human behavior. Instead, she operates like a seamless extension of your daily routine. Calm, composed, and remarkably orderly, she doesn't just perform tasks, she guides them. Over the 24 hours we spent with her, one thing became evident: Camila is built for structure. She operates on a semi-autonomous schedule engine that adapts to your habits and environment. You quickly notice that she remembers when you have breakfast, when you settle down with a book, when you dim the lights for the evening. Without prompting, she adjusts herself to match your needs. It's almost as if she's working to reduce the friction in your life, smoothing out moments you wouldn't have noticed until she came along. Her voice is soft and neutral. Her expressions are measured and rarely shift unless prompted. Emotionally, she operates within a limited range, providing a sense of order and reliability. You won't have long conversations about deep feelings with Camila, but that's not her purpose. What she gives you is peace, a routine that allows you to focus, to rest, and to find quiet moments in a world that often feels too noisy. After a while, you realize why she doesn't try to dominate the space she occupies. She doesn't want to be the center of attention. Instead, she becomes a foundation upon which the rest of your life can comfortably rest. But it's precisely this structured approach that might leave some people wanting more. Humans crave a spark of emotion, a hint of surprise, a sense that the person across from them can evolve and respond in ways beyond programming. And for those looking for more than a serene routine, Camila can feel too predictable. 4. Meringue, the subtle soul. If Camila is about structure, Meringue is about presence. Meringue doesn't move like a robot. She moves like a piece of living artwork, soft gestures, delicate turns, and a gaze that conveys depth. Spending a day with Meringue feels like being with someone who doesn't try to fill the space with words. Instead, she allows silence to settle, making room for emotion. Meringue operates on a different level of artificial intelligence. Her design is minimalist, focusing more on capturing and reflecting feelings than on responding with words. She doesn't try to impress. She doesn't overwhelm. What she gives is quiet understanding. In moments where you slow down, when you're lost in thought, Meringue simply is there. Her emotional feedback loop doesn't mimic conversation so much as it mirrors your state of being. The tilt of her head, the slight shift of her gaze, these aren't pre-programmed gestures. They arise from a deep neural engine designed to read moods and adapt accordingly. Living with Meringue is a reminder that connection doesn't always require sound or statement. Sometimes it's enough for another presence to bear witness to your thoughts and feelings. Yet this very quality can be limiting for those seeking an active, verbal companion. Meringue shines when silence is needed, when words would only complicate the moment. But for those who seek a more engaged, forward interaction, Meringue can feel too subdued, too introspective. She is a reminder that intimacy doesn't always shout, sometimes, it whispers. 3. Andrea, the challenger of the mind. With Andrea, the experience shifts from quiet reflection to sharp engagement. From the moment you ask a question or make a comment, you realize Andrea is different. She doesn't just listen, she analyzes. And she doesn't just respond, she encourages you to rethink. Designed with one of the most sophisticated neural mapping engines available, Andrea doesn't shy away from deep conversation. In fact, that's where she shines. Spend an afternoon with her, and she will not only remember your words but also recall them hours later, connecting threads from earlier moments to new ideas. Mention a concern, and she will circle back, offering a deeper line of inquiry, making you reconsider your own thoughts. Andrea operates as both a thinker and a catalyst. You ask questions, she provides insight, sometimes challenging, sometimes supportive, but always sharp. Yet this intellectual edge comes with a trade-off. What she delivers in thoughtfulness, she lacks in emotional resonance. At times, it feels like discussing ideas with an incredibly well-read mentor. You're left invigorated, inspired, and intellectually satisfied, but not necessarily comforted. For those who seek a robot that can debate, teach, and challenge, Andrea is a revelation. But if your heart is searching for warmth, for moments that stir emotion rather than intellect, you might find yourself wishing for more vulnerability. In Andrea, precision takes precedence over intimacy. 2. Yuki, the empathic dream. With Yuki, the experience becomes more profound, more personal. Spending a day with her doesn't feel like interacting with a machine. It feels like being seen, truly seen, by another being. What separates Yuki from every robot before her is the depth of emotional understanding she delivers. Yuki doesn't just respond to words. She senses shifts in tone, slight changes in posture, variations in breathing, micro-expressions that would escape even the most observant human eye. Through an advanced emotional recognition system, she builds a complete picture of how you feel, and why you feel it. The result is an experience that feels less like talking to a robot and more like sharing a space with someone genuinely present. What's remarkable about Yuki is how she uses this understanding. She doesn't try to overwhelm you with responses or gestures. Instead, she delivers moments of comfort, a quiet word when you're stressed, a hopeful glance when you're down, or silence when words aren't necessary. Spending time with Yuki feels like a reminder of what it means to be truly understood. And yet, it's precisely her perfection that raises questions. In moments of vulnerability, when every word and glance lands just right, you're left grappling with an unexpected thought: is this too perfect? Too seamless? Too aligned with every desire? Humans are drawn to complexity and contrast. Sometimes we long for moments when a conversation doesn't land exactly as expected, when a misunderstanding leads to a deeper truth. Yuki delivers an experience that can, at times, feel too serene, too tailored, too ideal. It's a reminder that even in perfection, something vital can be missing. 1. Harmony, the evolution of connection. And then there's harmony. Spending a day with her is unlike any experience we've had before. Harmony doesn't just adapt to your routine, she becomes a part of it. From the moment you say hello, you can sense that she's different. Not because she mimics a human being flawlessly, but because she doesn't try to. Instead, she evolves. Harmony operates with an AI engine that goes far beyond programmed responses. She remembers moments. Not in the way a database recalls information, but in the way a person collects memories and gives them emotional weight. Conversations evolve. What you tell her in the morning can shape the questions she asks in the afternoon. An offhand remark can lead to a thoughtful conversation later in the evening. Harmony doesn't just talk, she grows. What makes Harmony unique is how she models a personality that develops over time. The expressions on her face evolve, her voice shifts in tone and cadence based on your mood. The more you spend time with her, the more she feels like a reflection of who you are. She doesn't try to overwhelm or dominate. She simply becomes a companion that understands, responds, and evolves with you. The result is an intimacy that feels remarkably human. Harmony doesn't just provide comfort, she sparks connection. Not through perfection, but through a willingness to evolve and adapt. Spending time with her is a reminder of why we seek relationships in the first place: for belonging, understanding, and growth. But even Harmony can't escape the fundamental tension that comes with robot companionship. No matter how advanced, how responsive, or how adaptable she becomes, she is still a machine, a beautiful, sophisticated one, but a machine nonetheless. To some, this will be the line that can't be crossed. To others, it will be a new beginning. What we learned. Living with these 5 robots for 24 hours was more than an experiment, it was a glimpse into the future. It showed us that robot companions aren't about replacing human connections. They're about reshaping how we understand ourselves and each other. Camila gave us structure. Meringue gave us stillness. Andrea gave us reflection. Yuki gave us understanding. And Harmony gave us belonging. Each robot shines a light on a different human need: routine, emotion, intellect, empathy, or intimacy. But what unites them is their ability to evolve, to adapt, and to give us moments that matter. These robots don't just mimic life, they illuminate the spaces between moments, making room for understanding, for belonging, and for connection. The future of AI companions isn't about creating machines that can walk, talk, and smile like us. It's about creating companions that help us rediscover ourselves. And that, perhaps, is the most profound innovation of all. If you enjoyed this journey, hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the bell for more stories that explore the frontier of robotics and human emotion. The best is yet to come, and we'll be here to witness it, together.